Hello friends, my name is Vijay Kumar and we are studying refrigeration and air conditioning. In this video, we will see about the seawater air conditioning system. Actually, this is an alternative air conditioning system. In the last video, we have studied about the controls in a air conditioning system like HP cutoff, LP cutoff, thermostat, humidistat. Now in this video, we will see the seawater air conditioning. Let's see what is this. First, to study the seawater air conditioning concept, you have to remember and you have to learn that as the depth in a sea will increase, then temperature will decrease. As the depth in a seawater will increase, then the temperature will decrease. You see here, from 0 degree, now depth is increasing. 0 to 10 meter, then 20 meter, then 30 meter, then 40, 50. But temperature is decreasing. It is here 15 degree, now here 10 degree, then here something like 6 degree, and after that it is somewhere at 4 degrees Celsius. So as the depth will increase in a seawater, then the temperature will reduce. And this reduction in temperature will be used for the seawater air conditioning system. This is the concept. Now how it is used? What type of equipment shall be used in a seawater air conditioning system? Let's see. Seawater air conditioning system is an alternative energy system that uses the cold water from the deep ocean and in some cases a deep lake. I have already told this thing that the temperature in a deep sea and a deep ocean, the temperature is very less, and that because of that the deep water is used for air conditioning system to cool the building. In some areas it is possible to reduce dramatically the power consumed by air conditioning system. SWAC can be cost effective and attractive investment. It is an alternative energy for air conditioning system. Benefits of SWAC system. What are the benefits for this? What are the benefits for this? The seawater air conditioning system tap into a significant and highly valuable natural energy resources. It is a valuable energy resources that is available at some coastal location. The benefits of a seawater air conditioning system includes large energy saving approaching 90%. That means the large saving, if we are using the same capacity with the help of refrigeration system and the same system is used in deep air conditioning system, then there will be a saving of 90%. The meaning of this is that. And it has a proven technology. In some areas this technology is present still. Short economic payback period. It means in a very small period of time, whatever investment is there, we can get the return. It is an environmentally friendly because there is no refrigerant, so it is environmentally friendly. Costs are nearly independent of future energy prices increase. If energy prices increase, that means if electricity which we are using for a vapor compression refrigeration system, in that we are using electricity to run the compressor and other equipments also. So if the energy or electricity charges will increase, so the air conditioning system charges will also increase. But in this case it is nearly independent. Okay. But in seawater air conditioning system it is independent of future energy prices. No evaporation water consumption. There is no evaporation water consumption. Cold seawater available for secondary applications also. The seawater which is going for the air conditioning purpose and after that it can be used in some other applications. So it can be used as a secondary applications. Now let's see, this is the system of a seawater air conditioning system. Cold deep intake. Through the pipe, the deep water will be intake by the pump. This pump will suck the deep water from the cold deep lake or deep sea. And after that, this pump will pump the water to the heat exchanger. And after that heat exchanger, this deep water, deep cold water is returned back to the deep sea or in the sea. That is called effluent. Now this cold water which is going into the heat exchanger, this will release heat, and this cold water give its heat to the water which is used for the cooling of a building. Okay. Now this water, as this cold water, suppose from here you can say, so friend, let's see, this is the schematic diagram of a deep sea water air conditioning system. In this, through the pump, the cold water from the sea is intake or is sucked by the pump, and this pump will send the cold water to the heat exchanger. Okay, and after that, after the heat exchanger, this water will be returned as an effluent into the sea. Now this cycle is complete. Now there is a one cycle is there. This is the water. Now let's see here. This water is cold water. From here, if I see, it is a cold water, and this cold water through the pump will go into the building for the cooling purpose. And after the cooling, or after taking heat from the building, there is a warm water, and this warm water will be sent to this heat exchanger. And in this heat exchanger, this warm water will again release its heat to this cold water. So by this process, the water which is used for the cooling of a building is used for the air conditioning system. This is the chilled fresh water. Okay. So this is the system for a seawater air conditioning system. Now what are the main components and basic process? Let's see. There exists three main components of deep water cooling. These basic components can be optimized for each specific location, climate and building. A sea lake water open loop supply system. See here, the water is intaked by this pump through the sea. It is an open system. It is an open system. It is going into the sea. This is an open system. Fresh water is a closed loop system. You see here, the chilled fresh water which is used to cool the building is a fresh chilled water. It is a closed loop. It is a closed loop. You see here, it is a closed loop. But the deep sea water is in a open loop system. So fresh water closed loop system pump warm water through the cooling station heat exchanger. This one is a cooling station heat exchanger. This heat exchanger is in cooling station. In this cooling station heat exchanger, this warm water will be sent into this heat exchanger and distribute the cold water among commercially, residential and institution for air conditioning purpose. Now heat exchanger, the third part. There are two systems we have studied. One is open loop system or open loop supply system of water, and this one is the fresh water, that is a closed loop system. And third one is the heat exchanger, which I have already told, it is a cooling station. And this heat exchanger or cooling station transfer heat from the fresh water distribution loop, resulting in cold water for air conditioning purpose. So these are in the deep water air conditioning system or sea water air conditioning system. There are three main components and the process we have studied. What are the environmental benefits of seawater air conditioning system? The seawater air conditioning system has many environmental advantages over that of a conventional AC system. In this, 90% reduction in energy consumption, I've already explained, and decreased reliance on fossil fuels. That means the consumption of fossil fuels will be reduced, or dependency of air conditioning system on fossil fuels will reduce. How? Because by using the seawater air conditioning system, there is a reduction in air pollution in the environment, and there is a reduction in acid rain, and reduced impact on global warming, and reduced ecological and political impact of resource extraction, and there is no use of ozone depletion, chlorofluorocarbon. So these are the environmental benefits if we are using the seawater air conditioning system for air conditioning purpose. Let's see what is the economic viability of the seawater air conditioning system. Economic viability means whether it is economically feasible or not, and at what condition it is economically feasible and or not. Let's see one by one. The economic viability of a seawater air conditioning system is site specific. That means you can easily understand that site specific. It is site specific. If I am saying that in Goa there is some different conditions, and in Malaysia there are some different conditions. So it depends upon the site specific. In Mumbai may be different conditions. In Visakhapatnam may be in different conditions. So it depends completely on the onshore, or you can say what you say. So friends, let's see the economic viability of seawater air conditioning system. What is the meaning of economic viability? Economic viability means that there are some conditions at which the seawater air conditioning system is feasible economically. So we will see all the conditions one by one. Let's see. The economic viability of seawater air conditioning system is site specific. From this word you can understand that site specific means in Malaysia some conditions are different. In Goa the conditions are different. Okay, like this. Each location has unique opportunity as well as problem. The main factor influencing the economic viability of a specific location includes: first, the distance offshore to cold water. First one is the distance offshore to cold water. That means shorter pipelines are more economical than the long pipelines. That means if we are using long pipelines, then cost will increase. That means cost will increase. So shorter pipelines are economical. Second, the size of air conditioning load. That means if we are using the seawater air conditioning system greater than 1000 tons, then it is feasible and economically. It is justified economically. And if it is less, then cost of the system will be more. And for the less capacity, we are expending this so much quantity of money, or we are installing the plant at a very high cost. So that is not an economical solution. Third, the percent utilization of air conditioning system. That means higher the utilization throughout the year, higher the direct benefits. If we are installing the seawater air conditioning system, the utilization should be more throughout the year. The local cost of electricity. What is the meaning of that? A high cost of electricity make conventional AC more costly and seawater air conditioning system in comparison more attractive. Any cost analysis should include current and future cost of electricity. Whatever analysis we have to do the analysis based on the current and future cost. Okay. Now, the complexity of the distribution system on onshore. Seawater air conditioning system works best with a district cooling arrangement. District cooling arrangement means we are using the system for a complete building like this. where many buildings are cooled, taking advantage of the economy of scale. That means there are many buildings which are cooled and taking advantage of the economy of scale. Seawater air conditioning is even more economical if this distribution system is compact. That means as the compact is the building, and the seawater air conditioning system will be more economical. Okay, so friends, in this video we have studied about the concept of seawater air conditioning system. In that we have studied about the components and process. After that we have seen what are the benefits. Then we have studied about the economic viability of seawater air conditioning system. Thanks for watching this video and have a good day. Bye bye.